we got to talk about this knucklehead that got hemmed up because he is. Would you call this dude an influencer? He's definitely, he's got videos that people have
following.
So he's got a decent following, but you actually have somebody who is Instagram famous, who's out here jacking folks.
I know.
And it's like, see, this is why, I don't want to say that, if you're a criminal, you need to watch the Tech John, but you need to listen to what we say, because we literally just last week talked about, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Is that what you call it,
exactly. Out there telling on yourself. Yeah, we just talked about this, but the story is this young man is, as I said, he is Instagram famous. He has had, some videos that have had over 1 million views. So he is doing all kind of dance moves and all this stuff with his face just right in the middle of his camera, viewfinder. And at the same time, he's out jacking convenience stores and gas stations and stuff like that. So they were able to figure out who he was because somebody saw his video and like, I think that's the guy that's been jacking the the convenience store.
Sneakers.
Yeah,
his sneakers were very distinctive. And
they were super colorful.
They recognized his sneakers, and I think his hair was colored. So it was those little visual cues that it's just like digital footprint. I talk about it all the time. I'm just like, I don't think people really understand yet the lengths that law enforcement are now going to, that's what I meant to say, to catch criminals, and how embedded law enforcement is in social media at this point, to where that is, just a natural part of the investigative process now is to also go to social media. So I don't think people really understand that yet. They really don't.
No, and you're saying like they're going to these extreme lengths. They're not. We're making it easy for them. It's like, let's look up. So the guy that robbed you had purple, orange, yellow, and blonde hair, and he had on these super colorful kicks. Okay, let's go scan whatever we go scan to go pull that up. Was it him? Yeah, I think that might be him. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like I said, I'm not advocating for people to get over. I am happy that the system worked and was able to catch this person. But, I say this, if you're going to be a criminal, American Gangster is required watching before you get started into your life of crime. Because all you need to know is that Frank Lucas got caught because of the chinchilla hat and the chinchilla coat.
And then that goes to popularity, right? These people on TikTok, regardless of, we'll call this a side hustle of my man, who's out here jacking folks, right? That wasn't enough, so one or two things, my observations are one or two things, right? Number one is there are people who are still attracted to being popular, and these social media platforms is the new popularity. So regardless of what you're doing on your personal time, people are still flocking to these services because that breeds that, I don't know what it is with humans.
We live in an attention
society. Right. So even though he was probably, so even though he was probably doing okay, on his side hustle, he still yearned for that popularity, right? That's number one. Number two, going back to the original story, like Stephanie mentioned, if TikTok was breaking these people off a little bit more, maybe he would have took more time.
Creators, TikTok.
He wouldn't be out jacking folks, right?
You was trying to rob a gas station.
I
ain't making enough money as a content creator, so let me go rob this. I don't think that was.
Hey. But if people were really like that allure to where it's like, oh, all you got to do, and you see them. I see TikToks all day long, Instagram Reels all day long. It's like, people pointing at the words. Do these 5 things and you can make money on Instagram or whatever, and it just flat out, that's not going to be the case for everybody.
For most people.
Right. For most people, like getting into the league, it's only going to be 2 or 3% of us. You've been balling since you was 5 years old. There's still no guarantee you're going to get to the league. So you got the same thing to where these people are trying, and they ain't getting broke off. So it's like, all right, now I got to rob the gas station.
You are definitely saying that tongue in cheek. And I want people to know that you're saying that tongue in cheek, that you don't really.
Expressed by Terrance Gaines.
Hey, Exactly.
Get it how you live.
This bro was jacking gas stations. That ain't have nothing to do with. I am jacking this quote up, but I remember hearing it, and this is years ago. But it's like people steal because they're hungry. People rob because they're robbers, or something like that. Like, I'm jacking it up, but it's like, nah, he wasn't like trying to get a loaf of bread out of the convenience store. This dude was doing armed robbery, empty the cash register type stuff. That is, like he's now confessed. He's not even alleged to have done this. He's confessed to at least 4 of these armed robberies. And I'm just thinking, it's like, at what point don't you think that your hair is like 5-6 different colors? Your shoes are the first thing people are going to notice because of how colorful they are. You did the robbery in that stuff. And you also are doing the TikTok videos, the days of the robbery in that stuff. It's like
the lack
situational
of
awareness.
It's the lack of understanding about what your digital footprint actually is and how it can lead people to you. I think people that are online, they think that the only people that see their stuff are the people that follow them. So, however many followers he had, he's thinking that it's contained to, that finite amount of people, and nobody else is going to bother to look for him or be able to find him, or his stuff won't show up, for anybody else. But it's that lack of understanding about how your digital footprint can be used, and how law enforcement specifically is now using it. And, we talked about this before, about the idea that digital forensics is now one of the fastest growing industries out there. They're offering degree programs in it now and things like that. So the tools, and the internet tools that police have are just starting to finally catch up to being able to use them to catch people online, and people just aren't getting that yet. I think they will eventually, hopefully. I ain't trying to, I don't want nobody to get away with nothing. So, keep posting on whatever so we can catch your dumbass. But people need to understand the idea of their digital footprint and where it could lead.
I was just like, really?
Yeah, that was today.
What were you thinking?
And dumb criminals. But that's it. That's all the people that be online holding the money to their ear, holding the stack of money to, like, as soon as something happens,
house with recognizable backgrounds.
Police need to figure out who might have done it. They gonna start looking at pictures with people with money, stacks of money up to their ear. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.